Hello everyone, this is Mrs. E. I'm going to do a short tutorial on how to add the compare and contrast reflection to your website for ceramics 2 and 3. You should already have reflections on your site. So one way that you can do this is you can actually just go to the little squares here on the left and you can just duplicate the section and then you would be able to just use the format that you already have. I do not have any reflections on my site yet, so I'm going to show you how to build it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this layout in the top left corner here. This layout has a picture, a title, and a paragraph, so I'm going to use this one. And you can see that the picture box is not quite the right format, so I'm going to go ahead and resize this for the format that we need for our site. And then you can also see there's a large space now between the photo box and the text, so I'm going to resize that. When you do resize, you can see there's a grid, a light gray grid that pops up on the background that you can use. I'm going to go ahead and title the reflection. So this is our compare and contrast. Monterrubio and Frey. And then our text is going to go here. So you're going to go ahead and go to your reflection and you are going to click and drag and highlight your text that has been edited. Once I graded it and gave it back to you, make sure that you made any changes. There are two ways you can do this. You can right click and you can hit copy, or you can also hold down the control button and the C key. So I'm going to go back over here. And then I want you to right click and I want you to paste as plain text. This will get rid of any bold, underline, highlighted, italics, any formatting that has been done on your text on your worksheet. It will get rid of it all and make it all uniform. So please, again, all you need to do for that is right click and hit paste as plain text. So we have our reflection in here now. It looks really small because I have my screen zoomed out so you can see all of this. The next thing that we're going to do is we need to add a text box underneath our picture here. So in this empty space underneath the image, go ahead and double click or click twice and you're going to come up with this little menu. Go ahead and click on the two blue T's. And this is going to be our caption. So go ahead and type in title. Make sure it is capitalized. Artist, make sure it is capitalized. And you can use the word size or dimensions for the work. And again, make sure it is capitalized. But also add a space after each punctuation. That way when you go to add in your information, your space will already be there. Okay, we have one photo box and one text box. We need two. So go ahead and click on that. You'll see if you click more than once, you're only going to end up with one item. We want to go ahead and, if you need to, click in the blank space and then click back over. You want to make sure that this has been grouped, the caption box and the photo. And again, you're going to use Control, hold down the Control key and C. And then I want you to come down here and hit Control V. Control V will, oh, that copied the wrong thing. So you notice that my Control C and my Control V actually copied my paragraph. So I'm going to go ahead and come over to this trash can, get rid of it, and I'm going to try that again. So Control C and then Control V. There we go. So I want you to notice though that now it's been placed in a different box. We're no longer in the same, here's our content box up here where all our stuff is, and this is in a different content box. So we want to go ahead and click on this and drag it upward, and you can see that it's going to put a blue line wherever it's going to end up. Okay, this is incorrect, this is incorrect. We want this blue line to be right underneath the other two boxes. Once it's underneath there, go ahead and let go, and there we go. We have them both in the same content box. The next thing we need to do is add our pictures. So I went ahead and opened a new tab and I typed in Viola Frey, and then I went to images, and then I want to look for an image either from a museum or a gallery. So I found this one here from the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and I clicked on this And I have the title of the work, the year it was made, and if I scroll down, I have the dimensions and the size. So this has all my information. So this is a good source. I'm going to use this one. Now, when I right click on this picture, the only option I have is save as. I don't want to use that. You can if you want. You can save it to your computer and then you can upload it. I'm going to use a different method. So I'm going to come back over here to my search, and if I right click, you can see it says copy image address. So I'm going to copy the image address. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to hit the plus and I'm going to go to select image. I'm not uploading because it's not on my computer and I'm not adding it from the drive. I'm going to do select image because it's from the internet. And then if you come over here, you can see where it says by URL. So I just copied that URL, so I'm going to paste it here. Looks like it works. I can see my preview and I'm going to insert image. All right, now I'm going to add in the title and the artist and the size. So I'm going to go back to that piece. So the title is Double Grandmothers with Black and White Dresses. Again, you can copy, come back over here. Remember, if you paste as plain text. The artist is Viola Frey. You can copy and paste this too if you'd like. And then I'm going to go to the size. And I am just going to copy the size in inches. I'm not going to use centimeters because here in the United States, we mostly go by inches, and that is something that we're more familiar with. So again, I'm going to paste as plain text. So now I have my title, my artist, and my size. So now I need to go find a piece of artwork by Gerardo Monterrubio. So I'm going to come back over here and type in, let's see, I guess I need to add his first name here. On my other computer, it's coming up all the time because we've been working on this so much. There we go. And again, make sure you're on images. And now I'm going to go through and find a source that I think is good. So I'm going to actually use this artslongbeach.org. I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to click and go to the link. So let's see. Oh, this is a good source. You can see lots of different pieces of work. There's their titles, there's the size, tells you what it's made out of, the year. So this is a good source. So I'm going to go ahead and use this image here. Again, I'm going to right click, copy image address. Come back over to my website, click on the plus, go to select image. We copied the image address, so we are going to use URL, and I'm going to paste that there. Remember, paste is Control V. So that looks like it works. I can see the preview. If you cannot see the preview, that means there's something wrong with the link and you may need to choose something else. It's not in the right format. So I can see the preview. I'm going to click Insert Image. And then over here, title, artist, and size. So I'm going to go back to that. The title. I actually will just grab the date too. Why not? Control C, or again, you can right click and hit copy. Come over to title, make sure there's a space after the colon. Right click and paste as plain text. The artist, Gerardo Monterrubio. You may want to copy and paste his name to make sure that you spell it correctly. Copy. Paste as plain text. Remember, the website might have different formatting or font. And then I need to go get the size of that piece. So it is right here. And I'm going to copy. And same thing, right click, paste as plain text. All right. So now I have all of my information in there. I have my reflection, I have my pictures. I'm going to check that nothing is underlined with meaning that it's spelled wrong. Everything looks good. I also am going to check that none of my pictures are cut off. So these look good. If you do have a picture that you need to resize, or a box you need to resize, you want to double click, and then you will be able to resize a box or resize a picture if you want to. But that looks good. I just want to make sure that none of my images are cut off at the top or the bottom, so these both look good. If they are, you may need to resize your boxes a little bit. So everything looks good. All right, so the last thing that I need to do every time I make a change to my website is I need to click the Publish button. So that's here. So it's going to show you, this is what's currently published. I have nothing on there, and I want to go ahead and publish the changes I've made. So I'm going to click the Publish button again. If you do not click Publish, then you're not actually sharing any of the changes you've made online, and then nobody's going to be able to see those changes you've made. So there we go. So that is Reflection 1 for Ceramics 2 and 3. If you have any questions, contact me.